He's Jimmer Fredette, the Westchester Knicks and the MVP of the D-League All-Star Game, the former BYU star, joins us here in the Man Cave. You didn't bring your hardware.
No, I didn't quite bring it. I was about ready to have to carry it on the plane on the way home, and I was getting in the car, and I had it, and then a guy comes up to me. He's like, "Do you want us to ship that for you?" And I was like, "Yeah, that probably would be better instead of carrying it on the plane." Kind of looked like an interesting guy having a trophy around the airport, so I decided to have him ship it, and it's not here yet. So,
Who did you meet at the All-Star festivities that you wanted to, because you're up there for the D-League All-Star Game at the same time?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I got to see a lot of people. Didn't get to meet a whole lot of different people, but I was able to see Steve Nash again, who was a great friend of mine who I was able to talk with a little bit. And just all the NBA guys, I was able to talk with Steph a little bit. He's with the same agency as I am. So I was able to speak with him and just see a bunch of different guys, all the All-Stars, and get to just to be a part of the weekend and see all the people that are in All-Star Weekend was a real honor, and I was appreciative I was able to go.
What advice did Steve Nash give you?
Steve just always tells me to keep working hard, keep my head down. You never know when an opportunity is going to arise. And when you get your opportunity, try to take advantage of it the best that you can. So he just keeps telling me to work hard. Sometimes it takes a little while for guys to stick. It took him a little while to start his NBA career as well. So hopefully, things will progress, and I'm just going to continue to work.
But are you more like trying to pattern yourself after Steve Nash or Steph Curry?
Either one would be amazing to be able to be a basketball player of. But Steph obviously is a great shooter. I like to see myself being able to shoot off the dribble, kind of like Steph. Steve Nash was an amazing playmaker and could get others involved. I'm probably a little bit more of a scorer, like Steph, but I try to take parts of both people's games and try to put them into mine.
I said this to you, I think the last time you were on. The Warriors seem like they'd be a great team for you to play on.
Yeah.
That second unit coming on, the system that they have.
For sure.
Do you agree?
I agree. I think that's a good system for me, being able to go out there. I mean, they play free basketball. They share the basketball. There's a stat that they have the most passes per possession, and that's how they move the ball. They get a guy with the open shot. That's who they want shooting it, and everyone can score, everyone can shoot. So I feel like I definitely fit in.
When's the last time you talked to the front office with the Knicks?
I saw Phil Jackson about a week ago or a week and a half ago before the All-Star break. He was in there watching us practice. He comes in periodically and just checks in on us and sees how we're doing and everything. So I was able to speak with him for a little bit. Not about being called up to the Knicks or anything, but just to see how he is but he's in there periodically. So we'll see what happens.
Did you grow up a Knicks fan?
I did. I grew up a Knicks fan. I used to love watching Larry Johnson, John Starks, Patrick Ewing, Allen Houston, who's the GM of the Westchester Knicks, actually. So that's cool to be able to get to meet him on a personal level. So it was. I used to love watching him on MSG. I used to watch all the games because we get MSG channel and could watch every single game. So it was a lot of fun.
We're talking to Jimmer Fredette. But what's missing here? Because you're the D-League MVP. You're averaging, 22, 23. You averaged 30 in college. Why haven't you found the right place? I know Sacramento and San Antonio weren't the right places, but is there only a short list of places that will accommodate you?
It's a good question. I hope that there's a lot more than just a couple suitors out there. But I just haven't been able to find the right fit yet. And, sometimes that can be a little frustrating. But it's a part of the business. You can't take anything personally. A lot of times it has nothing to do with you as a person. It's just, they wanted to go a different direction. They either drafted someone else or had their eyes set on someone else. And, that's just the nature of the business. And you got to just continue to keep working. I'm confident that I will find a spot in the NBA and be able to be a good player for a team. So I just got to continue to work, and hopefully that'll happen sooner than later.
Security guard ever question that you play for a team?
Yeah, several times. I definitely have had that. I had it happen at All-Star Weekend. So
Jim, you look really young.
I know. I look young. I look just like a normal guy, just a normal guy that's in the stands. So I was going to play in the All-Star game this weekend, and we didn't have any food, so I had to go to the snack bar to get some food, but we had to go outside of the locker room. So I went outside the locker room. I didn't have my credential. So I came back in, and the security lady's like, "What are you doing? Why are you going back to the players?" I'm like, "I swear I'm a player." And then a guy came up, "Yeah, he's a player, I promise." And I was like, "Oh, thank you. Sorry, I know I look normal, but I am a player."
But just, you look like a normal person could walk down the street and nobody would know.
Yeah. And that's the great part about it. Most of the time people don't notice. I just walk right past and just kind of live my life normal. And
what about players, though, that size you up? Because you have to have had this your entire career where somebody looks at you and just says, there is no way you're getting 30 on me tonight.
Yeah, for sure. I get that. Maybe I get it more than I expect even. But when I'm out there, I'm confident that I can put up numbers.
Do they talk trash to you?
People will sometimes, but most of the time it's just depending on who the player is. If they talk trash to everyone, they'll definitely talk trash to me. I don't know if they just single me out.
What do they say to you?
But, I don't know. They talk to me and saying I'm too small, too slow, that type of stuff. But most of the time I just try to block it out and just go past them.
So as you're dribbling, they're going, "You're too slow. Can't get by me."
Yeah, a lot of times
can't get that shot off.
You can't dribble. He can't dribble. He can only shoot. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna have to get past you real quick. So, but you just take it. It's all in fun. It's all in good fun. I love it. If someone does start talking, I don't really try to say much. I just try to go out and play and play my game. And then at the end of the game, hopefully I had a good one, and then shake hands, and it's all part of the fun.
Most points you scored in a game is what?
Ever I think was 56.
Was that at BYU?
No, that was back in high school.
High school, you had 56.
Yeah.
And is that 8-minute quarters?
Yeah, those are 8-minute quarters.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So you had 56 in a 32-minute game.
Yeah. So that was good.
But were you gunning?
Well, I definitely shot it a lot. To score 56,
Yeah.
You definitely need to shoot the ball out. But I was feeling it. I was shooting good. I was shooting well. So I think I had probably 9 or 10 threes, where I was just really shooting the ball well, and then I had some free throws. And, so
how many assists did you have, Jimmer?
I don't remember.
Probably, yeah, probably not.
I hope at least a couple.
How would you have done in the 3-point shooting contest?
Hopefully well. I was in the D-League 3-point shooting contest, and I came in second. In the first round, I made 24 points, and then the second round, I had 20. And the kid that won it had 27 both rounds.
Wow.
So he made 39 out of 50 shots.
Wow.
So, he really was stroking the ball. But I made it to the finals, and I was looking at it. Obviously, the NBA three-point competition is a lot different. There's millions of people watching the D-League. There wasn't as many watching.
It's still the same distance,
but
same
it's
ball,
still
though.
the same distance, same ball. So I would have made it in the first round and made it to the second round, and then I wouldn't have beat Clay. Obviously, Clay had 27 in the last round.
Have you ever played a game of pickup where somebody didn't know who you were and then you just light them up?
Yeah, definitely. I've had that happen in pickup. That's always fun, to walk into a gym, and some people will know, some people won't. But then once you start playing, everyone's like, I swear I know this kid from somewhere. I swear I've seen this kid from somewhere. And everyone's like, yeah, it is Jimmer. I was like, I'm just playing.
Do people ask you how the name Jimmer?
Yeah, I get that all the time, and it's actually my given name is James.
Yeah.
And no one's ever called me that. My mom wanted to call me Jimmer right from the beginning. So she named me James, and that's on the birth certificate, but she calls me Jimmer, and I've never been called James. So that's just what she wanted to do.
It's a great name.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, congrats on the D-League MVP. Hopefully you get a chance to get to the show.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thanks for having me on. Hopefully things will work out, but I appreciate you letting me be here. So
he's Jimmer Fredette. Maybe could I have scored in the D-League All-Star game? Just be honest.
I think you could have gotten a couple buckets,
okay,
especially in the beginning. They always start off, feel each other out, throw some oops, let everybody score. Towards the end, it starts getting a little more competitive because you want to win. But definitely, I think you could have made a couple.
Okay, all right. Maybe I could do a one-day contract with the Westchester.
Yeah, you can get a one-day contract.
You think so?
That would be
I would
great
like
with
to
me. We're always looking for practice players.
Practice. Wait. Who said something about practice?
Yeah, always.
I'm like Iverson. There's no
Okay.
practice.
My bad.
Practice? You just tell me when the game is.
All right, we'll have you show up to the Westchester County Center.
He's Jimmer Fredette, the Westchester Knicks guard, the MVP of the D-League All-Star Game. Aaron Heatherton will join us in studio next here on the Dan Patrick Show.